What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to go over an updated version for the Whisper of the Worm quest. This will give you the exotic sniper rifle Whisper, and you can also get the catalyst from it by doing the heroic version, and that's what I'll be doing in this video. It'll be a solo guide for the heroic version. This will give you the catalyst, and you can also get a really cool ship from it that I'll show you guys here in 1 second. So for this I'll be using my Titan, and I'm going to be doing this on my own, so keep that in mind. You can jump in here and do this by yourself or with a fire team. Now, I'll be using the Falling Guillotine sword throughout the entire encounter. You can get this from your season pass, so keep that in mind. If you don't have this just yet, check your season pass, and it is on rank 30, I believe. I put a Taken spec on there, and the key thing is you want to have a sword that has Whirlwind Blade. This will help you destroy pretty much every enemy in this entire encounter. I will use Mountaintop from time to time, but that's just honestly because it's so easy to use and so good, but for the most part, I'll be doing everything with the sword. I'm using my Void subclass, and that's mainly to take advantage of the Oppressive Darkness. So keep that in mind. If you can run Void, do that for Oppressive Darkness. It's going to give you a lot more damage. And the key thing here is I'm using the Last Wish Taken mod. So I have Taken Barrier, I have the Taken Repurposing, and I also have Taken Armaments. It's really important that you have it, at the very least, Taken Armaments and Taken Repurposing. Those will be really useful throughout this raid or throughout this mission, and you can get them from the Last Wish raid. Just make sure you go to the Shuro-Chi checkpoint and you can get a free chest. There are tons of great videos. I know Sweatcicle has a really good video on how to get those free chests. So I'll be using the Last Wish raids, the Taken mods. I'm going to be using the Sword Falling Guillotine. This is the legendary Dark Drinker. You can grab it from your season pass at rank 30. And I'll be using my Void Titan throughout this mission. So let's go ahead. We're going to load in. This is the ship you can get if you go into the heroic version and do the secret puzzle, and that is how you can get this really cool Taken ship. So here we go. We're going to fly into the Whisper. This will be a solo guide for the heroic, and I hope it's helpful. If this is helpful, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Trying to reach 100,000 subs this year, so if you're new to the channel, watching for the first time, gently tap, text to smash, whatever you prefer, the sub button. Now, as I fly in here, I will be using the Lion Rampants for the jumping puzzle, and then I'm going to switch over to the other boots that have the Taken mod, and I'll be using the Doomfang Pauldrons. So these are really good for the Void subclass, but for the jumping puzzle, I will use the Lion Rampants because honestly, these might be the best exotic for the Titan in the game. So I'll be using these. There are some shortcuts you can take, and I'll show you those throughout this. The jumping puzzle is challenging, so if it takes you a few tries, that's okay. Just go ahead and learn the route, learn how to make certain jumps, and also to which exotic pieces you should use. In this case, Lion Rampants for the Titan. So here we go. If you're on your Hunter, you can use Stompies. The Warlock has a pretty good jump anyway, so the Warlock can make it through a lot of these things on their own. That jump is kind of tough if you don't have Lion Rampants, but like I said, it may take some practice to get through. Alright, we're gonna just drop down here. I'm gonna use a sword. I'm not gonna go like super crazy sword dash and be cool guy. I'm just gonna go ahead and run through like I normally would, and hopefully give us enough time to beat this. The reason why I like using the bottom tree for the Void is mainly because you can use the shoulder charge or the shield bash as a means of movement, and that oftentimes can save me here throughout this jumping puzzle. You can also use the Bubble Titan too, and that will probably help you out quite a bit at the very end, but honestly, you'll see the sword here is going to do most of the work for us. If you die, it's not a big deal. You'll have plenty of time to get this thing done. So for this part, I know you can use a sword to get across, but like I said, I'm just going to go the old-fashioned way. If you spam the jump button, you can go just a little bit faster, and that may help you get through one more section at a time. Alright, so we're making pretty good time. The tougher part of this jumping puzzle is coming up, and this is where we like having the Lion Rampants, because making this jump without them, I'm pretty sure is impossible. But with them, you can easily cover that distance, and you have your shield bash just in case you're going to get messed up. For this part, you want to be mindful of that piece right there. It can send you flying off into the abyss, so just make sure you keep a lookout for that, and then you can also use the upward momentum from the elevator to get you a bit higher up. This part's kind of tough. I think honestly your best bet is just to kind of rush through and you can shield bash your way through. If you have a sword equipped too, you can use that to kind of save yourself if you do get knocked down the path. Uh-oh, it's not good. Okay, so I got embarrassed in front of everybody. Okay, well, I blew it. Sorry, kid. So, no big deal. We'll just respawn. In this mission, honestly, sometimes if you try to go flawless, you may take too much time. So if you end up dying, it's not a big deal. Just respawn and push forward. Don't worry about the snipers too much. You can just rush past those guys. And then this jump is kind of tough because you have to time it right. We'll try to time it just right here, and we'll make it through. Sometimes that'll close like right when you're going through and send you flying back a million miles an hour. Alright, in this part, you want to go to the right, and you want to go to the very end. You want to jump through this portal right here, and this is the correct way to go. There's a bunch of those, but you want to go that way. Right side, all the way to the very end of the top. Now, once you're here, you don't want to rush down into that area. You want to just drop down right here at the very start and use a shortcut. Whoever found this shortcut is a genius. They saved everybody. Alright, so we're almost at the fighting part right now. I'm going a bit slower than I would have liked because of that one death, but that's okay. We still have plenty of time. So here you want to drop down towards the light. There's a slight opening here in this gap. And I blew it again. So embarrassing. Well, not a big deal, guys. We died 2 times from very simple mistakes. You guys are better than me. You'll be fighting guys by this point in the video. Let's drop down again. This time, cool guy Titan. We're not going to mess up. Alright. So once you get here, this is where you want to change your exotic. In my case, I'm going to change from Lion Rampants to the Doomfang. So if you're using an exotic to help you move faster, you may want to switch over to one that's going to help you beat guys up faster. PlayStation loading times, come on. Alright, here we go. So we're going to switch that, and we'll switch this. I also have like heavy ammo finder and stuff like that. But honestly, with the repurposing and with the fallen armaments, that's where you're going to make the most progress. Of course, repurposing will give you your grenade back when you break a shield of the matching damage type. And then the armaments, they are going to give you heavy ammo when you get a kill with a grenade. So those two pair up really well together. Alright. Drop down here. We're going to beat this guy really quick. Okay, so far we've killed everybody with a sword. You can beat this entire thing only using a sword. Now, I probably will use Mountaintop at some point, but you can kill most everything with a sword. Right, there we go. Got a grenade kill, and it gave us 16 heavy ammo. That's pretty good. Yeah, the other nice thing is it gave us a bunch of, or it gave us a grenade back too. So now I got one more grenade kill. I'm gonna use my super here. Try to just destroy all these guys. We're tight, baby. Let's go. Alright, these guys are last one left. Okay, but we're making good time. Despite those mistakes, we're making pretty good time. Okay, for this guy, what's my mountaintop? I want to make sure that I have my grenade. It's okay for me to use a bunch of grenades, but I want to make sure that when I am using them, I'm breaking a void shield. That way I get it back right away. And that was a terrible example because it didn't kill anybody. Son of a gun juice. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright, there. That time we broke a shield and we got a grenade kill. Got some more heavy ammo. This guy's blinded. Sorry, kid. I can always just get one of these guys with a void sword. That's why this sword's good, because this is a void one, and a bunch of guys in here are void enemies. And he just embarrassed me. He just said, get the heck out of here. No whisper. Alright, respawn. In this video, I will die a lot. We've died a bunch here already, but I want to give a full disclosure. This is not going to be a flawless, you know... Yeah, you guys know. Drop down here, grenade this pump, and heavy ammo back. Personally, I like using the hunter for this, and using the quick bang. But I wanted to do this with my Titan. Number one, because I've done it more with my Titan, and I wanted to use a new sword. The quick bang, I think, is going to be one of the weapons I miss most. Guys, which weapon, if you're watching right now, which weapon will you miss most because of the sun setting? For me, it's going to probably be the quick bang sword for the hunter. It's just such a cool sword. It swings so fast and it's awesome. I like it. Okay, we're at 11:55. We could be going a little bit faster. I have my super here, but at this point, I think what I'm better off is just probably just better off going through here and beating this with my sword and my grenade. You could use your super here too, so keep that in mind. You could use it here and you probably get it back in the time for the ads. But I want to save it now because I know I wouldn't get it back for the very final piece. I want to use my super against the last bit of ads before the boss comes out. But honestly, using it here probably would have been better if I had done it early on. This is what I'm saying. Like, you'll die a lot, and the taking barrier is nice. Anytime you get damage from a taken, it gives you a 20% increase in damage reduction for 10 seconds. Every enemy here is taken, so you'll be pretty much having that the entire time. But the enemies here hit so hard that it doesn't make a big difference, unfortunately. Just want to save some ammo here. Mountaintop's nice because it's so easy to use, and if I run out of sword ammo for whatever reason, it'll do good damage versus the boss too. And I can use it here against these guys. So we're at 10 minutes left. We got plenty of time. Let's try to get rid of these guys. Like I said, you can jump up there with your sword. It's a risky move though, to be honest, and I'm not gonna mess around with it. Okay, Josie, push forward. If anybody is watching and is a long-time viewer, you guys know that my screen name used to be Josie Wales, so if you're ever in streams and people say Josie, they are talking about me. And again, if you guys are watching right now, thank you very much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. God dang it. Okay, now we're at 9 minutes 40 seconds. My poor play here is going to make for a somewhat interesting final fight, but honestly, with the swords here, you should be able to make pretty quick work of these guys. He's down. Don't worry about these guys. I can always kill one of them if I need more sword ammo. Alright, so here, I used to take out all the blights, but if you're using the sword strategy, you don't really have to be honest. Okay, we're going to use our shields here like a crazy person. Yes, this is why it's nice to have. This is why it's nice to have your super when you get down here, because these guys are pretty tough. Okay, so now those guys are gone. The bosses come in. It was a little risky there. I didn't want to use my grenade for Oppressive Darkness because I want to make sure I have my grenade for kills for when I run out of heavy ammo. So like right now, for instance, if I use my grenade against him, I wouldn't have it for these guys. I can drop here. I can get a quick grenade kill on him, and that way I have sword ammo. Because Oppressive Darkness is great, gives you way more damage, but the swords here do so much damage anyway that you should be okay. Especially because if you time it right, you can kind of stun these guys with your attacks. And even though he's killing me every time, it's not a big deal. It's like I'm doing way more damage against him. And we have 7 minutes and 44 seconds. That's plenty of time. He's almost done. I think one more fight against him, he'll drop. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you've never beaten this before, keep that in mind. I know that Io's going away. I imagine that this mission will be available somehow because it's such a cool piece of content. So I'm not saying that this mission's going to go away, but keep that in mind. Io is going away, so might as well go for it now if you can. Beat the normal version, get the weapon, beat the heroic version, get the catalyst, and then beat the heroic version 3 to 5 times, and you'll have the catalyst region done. And you can also go for the cool ship too if you're so inclined. I think it's the best looking ship in the game, but to each their own. He's super doing crazy damage right now. Here, that knight is almost done. Wait, I hit him. God dang it, dude. Missed my grenade and then got just bodied by a Taken Missile. He must have a DX Racer, as Clive would say. He's got a DX Racer. Alright, let's go. Take this guy out. No more jokes. I'm laughing way too much. That's an issue. If you're laughing too much, you're having fun, that's an issue. Alright, he's almost done. Blah, 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 blah. This mission's not too bad. Honestly, it used to be way more difficult. It's not too bad right now. If you have this sword and you have these Taken mods, Roll and Blade times 5, just melting dudes. Absolutely melting people. Alright, but we're going to beat this with probably 5 minutes left. You guys saw I died a bunch of times. I'm sure everyone watching right now is a much better player than I am. So you guys will easily go through, get this done solo, no problem. You'll get the weapons, you'll get the catalyst, you'll get all the cool stuff from this. I love the Whisper. This is one of my favorite missions, and like I said, I don't think it will go away. At least I hope it won't go away. But in the meantime, though, if this video is helpful, guys, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Best of luck with this mission, and I'll see you guys soon. See you.